A multi-million-dollar system promises to help law enforcement respond to crime faster, but it's also raising privacy concerns. Tonight, we're going to hear from both sides. And with inflation once again speeding up, we're checking in with a group holding a food drive to benefit local organizations.
And beautiful conditions in eastern Washington, but we're going to warm up for the weekend. All the details coming up in my First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. We're still tracking two fires in the Yakima River Canyon area that shut down State Route 821 yesterday. They're still burning out of control, although the road has reopened as of tonight. Each fire has burned hundreds of acres so far. Now, these are on state-managed land, but the area does have cultural values at risk, and officials say they're working to minimize damage as much as they possibly can. This is also a known habitat for sage grouse, so crews are working to protect them as well. Here in the Tri-Cities, the Benton-Franklin Health District says preliminary samplings have detected more toxic algae. It's still above the recreational guidelines at Howard Ammon Swim Beach in Richland, but now they're saying they've found more than they should at Wade Park in Pasco, Leslie Groves, and at Columbia Point. So they're saying that could be higher than it should be for safe recreational use. Columbia Point Recreational Area has been closed down while they do additional testing. And sampling at Howard Ammon Swim Beach will continue until they have 2 weeks in a row where the levels of toxic algae are below what they should be for safe recreation. But it's going to be a hot one out there. It's already pretty warm out, and Stacey Lee joins us now with a look at the temperatures.
That's right, Alyssa. Beautiful day. This is a convertible. If you drive a convertible, get the top down. Look at these temperatures around the area. 70s and 80s right now, 83 in the Tri-Cities, 80 Pendleton, 82 in Yakima. Here's our temperature trend. Again, we're slowly warming up into the final weekend of summer, and then get ready for the big cool down getting into next week. In Yakima, again, that nice warm up here into the weekend, and then those cooler temperatures dropping right off as we get into next week. Taking a peek outside, Dust Devil Geesa Sky Cam right now, again, 83 degrees. Winds are light at 5 miles per hour. Our sunset at 7:12. Here's an evening planner for you if you're going to sit outside, barbecue, or just enjoy this beautiful evening. In Walla Walla down to 66 at 8 p.m. And in Yakima, we'll see those temperatures drop into the 60s by 8. So here's what's coming up the next couple of days. Clear and cool, breezy winds in the mountain gaps towards Ellensburg and Yakima tonight. Weekend warm up, as you saw, and a slight chance of rain next week. I'll get to all of that in your full First Alert weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. Tonight, we're taking a closer look at comments the Seattle police officer made back in January after responding to a deadly crash involving another officer. Now, Seattle police say a department employee saw the body camera footage and raised concerns about it. We are going to show you that video, but we want you to know this is disturbing to hear. On the recording, the officer talks about the crash, then says this.
But she is dead. No, it's a regular person. Yeah. Yeah, just write a check. Just, yeah, $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
Well, then the officer's hand comes up to the camera. That's the end of the video released by Seattle police, as you see here. Now, a talk radio host in Seattle, Jason Rantz, says he got a copy of the officer's response to the Office of Police Accountability, which is part of a classified case here. Rantz says the officer claims he's mocking the way that lawyers respond to cases like this one. The King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office is conducting a criminal review of the crash, which happened as a Seattle police officer was driving nearly 50 miles over the limit in a busy part of the city, just a few blocks from the Space Needle, on his way to an overdose call. And again, that was back in January. Now, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office is working with a new system that they call the Real-Time Crime Center. It uses video surveillance technology, paid for with federal funding, to give law enforcement more eyes around the county.
It gets us on scene quicker, allows us to make decisions quicker with better information. So this gives us situational awareness from video feeds, investigative databases, license plate reader technology, our CAD system for awareness. We've had it assist us with subjects fleeing shootings, dozens of reported and recovered stolen vehicles over the last few months.
Now, advocates say the system is an expansion of things the Spokane County Sheriff's Office has been using for years, like automatic license plate readers. The Sheriff's Office says the technology does not have facial recognition and they only keep the data for 30 days. But opponents are raising privacy concerns.
Are there frameworks in place that where there's some oversight? Are there frameworks in place so this doesn't get out of hand? So this doesn't, so our city doesn't become a surveillance totalitarian state.
One expert with the American Civil Liberties Union of Washington raised concerns that even without facial recognition, this technology could potentially give the government a lot of information about people who aren't doing anything wrong, adding that the millions spent on the Real Crime Center could have been spent on crisis support and violence interruption programs instead. Today, some of the biggest names in tech convened on Capitol Hill for a discussion on artificial intelligence. Now, cameras weren't allowed inside once the Senate forum began, but we did get to see before the forum some of the names that were lined up there. This was the first of 9 scheduled meetings to talk about what exactly AI can do and how it could be regulated.
When it comes to fighting cancers, fighting long-term illnesses and so forth, I think AI has real opportunities.
What often keeps me up at night is the effect of AI potentially in displacing millions of American workers.
The European Union is already a few steps ahead of us on regulating artificial intelligence, and some experts say we do need to be focused on things like how AI can get confused by misinformation, rather than worrying right now about the robots taking over. Today, President Biden held a meeting of his cancer cabinet, the group of people that's supposed to come up with a way to reduce the cancer death rate by half within 25 years.
The bottom line is the Cancer Moonshot today embodies America as a nation of possibilities. We've secured $2.5 billion in bipartisan funding from Congress to establish what I've long called ARPA-H, which is the Advanced Research Project Agency for health, not just defense, but for health.
This comes as we're seeing an ongoing shortage of the medications used to treat cancer. The American Association for Cancer Research says the rate of cancer deaths has fallen by 1/3 in the past 3 decades, but they are concerned about the lack of chemotherapy medication and where the future funding for cancer research is going to come from. Inflation continued to rise last month as August hit the biggest monthly gain so far this year, according to the latest report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Ivan Rodriguez breaks down those numbers and what they could mean for our economy's future.
U.S. inflation accelerated in August for the second straight month. The main culprit, rising gas prices, which could mean problems going forward.
If high oil and gasoline prices are sustained, that's something that could spill over into prices for other goods and services.
Greg McBride, chief financial analyst with Bankrate, says while increases in some key areas are slowing down, we are not out of the woods.
Shelter costs are still increasing, but at a slower pace than what we had seen. And food prices have certainly moderated from the outsized pace of the past couple of years. So some signs of progress, but still some trouble spots we have to keep an eye on.
The rise in inflation is roughly in line with economists' expectations. On a month-to-month basis, prices rose 0.6% in August compared with the 0.2% gain in July. However, core inflation, which strips away food and energy prices, slowed to 4.3% from 4.7% on an annual basis, an indication the Federal Reserve's rate hikes are working to cool the economy. McBride says these numbers will likely keep the Fed on track for a pause in rate hikes.
But I also expect they're going to maintain this stance of, well, hey, we may have to raise interest rates again if need be.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
A Census Bureau report says approximately 12% of children in the United States lived in poverty last year. That's an increase from roughly 5% just the year before. And it's the biggest jump since the supplemental poverty measure began in 2009. Of course, that corresponded with the end of a pandemic enhancement to the child tax credit. This report shows the overall supplemental poverty rate rose about 4% in that same one-year time frame. The rate takes into account non-cash assistance, tax credits, and needed expenses. Economists say that makes it more accurate than the official numbers. And donations have been slow at the Tri-Cities Food Bank, but there is still a great need for food in our communities. That's why a local group is getting the word out on one of the biggest needs in our area. The Tri-Cities Houseplant Lovers Group is hosting a food drive now through September 17th. They have got a list of Tri-Cities businesses to participate, All you need to do is bring in your canned goods or other non-perishable items and donate them. One of the group's organizers says with the food being just a basic need that everyone deserves, this is really about thinking of others.
This is our first food drive. We've never done it before, but our group has always been about generosity and giving. Like our plant swaps are always free events where everybody can just kind of share the love.
Now, the Tri-Cities Houseplant Lovers Group is working with a list of businesses. As I mentioned, you can drop off your donation at those places. We have the list on our website at applevalleynewsnow.com. It is not really feeling much like fall, but believe it or not, is the final week of summer. We are talking about when you can expect a change in the forecast coming up. And still ahead on Apple Valley News Now at 5, as we're getting into the cold and flu season, a new report says you may be paying for decongestants that don't do any good at all, but you might want to pick up instead next.
It's time to celebrate the beauty of nature at the Walla Walla Valley Quilt Festival. 2 big days, September 15th and 16th, starting at 10 a.m. at the Walla Walla Fairgrounds. Check out amazing quilts, see hourly demos, shop the vendors, and so much more. Enjoy both big days for just $8. Come meet nationally recognized quilter Karen Walker, plus local quilter Mona Himmelberger. So mark those calendars now, check out our website, and plan to attend this year's Walla Walla Valley Quilt Festival.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
Come home to flooring for the whole family at Great Floors. Elevate your space with beautiful flooring for the whole family, including the four-legged ones. Great Floors offers a large selection of Shaw Pet Perfect flooring with exclusive discounts. Shop carpet, laminate, and hardwood at Great Floors. Ask about exclusive Great Floors 12-month financing options. Visit a showroom today and live life on Great Floors.
Check out Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, your local Old Hickory Sheds dealer. We sell and deliver a wide variety of buildings, including storage sheds, lofted barns, playhouses, cabins, and more. Come visit us at 3680 West Van Giesen Street in West Richland.
Did you see this? It says most people are going to need long-term care that health insurance and Medicare won't cover.
I saw that, and it got me thinking, if I need to pay for home modifications or in-home care, I am not prepared. Are you?
Not really. I mean, whatever happens, I just want to know that I'll be able to get care and stay in my own home as I age.
Right? I want that too. So,
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. Time is running out for the big three automakers to strike a deal with the United Auto Workers Union and avoid a strike. The deadline is tomorrow night. ABC's Melissa Don reports we're not seeing many signs of progress.
A possible strike looming for all of the big three U.S. auto companies. The United Auto Workers Union says offers from Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis, which makes Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep vehicles, are falling short. The UAW president updating members on their strategy for a possible strike.
The big three can afford to immediately give us our fair share. If they choose not to, then they're choosing to strike themselves.
The UAW president adamant without a deal, the union will strike and ramifications could be seen quickly. According to economists, if the strike lasts more than a month, car prices will spike. Ford president and CEO Jim Farley telling ABC News they've put forth a new offer and are optimistic.
It's the most lucrative offer in 80 years working with the UAW. Large pay increases, top 1% health care. We're going to be, we have profit sharing. We're going to be adding inflation protection.
Farley, however, calling some of the union's demands like a 4-day work week not sustainable, adding a multi-week strike could be devastating to the U.S. economy.
It's critical that we find a deal But there is a limit, as I said. We're not going to mortgage our future.
It's not going to wreck the economy. It's going to wreck the billionaire economy. And that's the big issue here.
The union is calling on higher wages and stronger benefits like cost of living adjustments, more paid time off, and an increase in retiree pay. If a strike is called, it could be the first time workers at the big three automakers took to the picket lines all at the same time. Melissa Adan, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, whether it's fall allergies, the flu, or just a plain old common cold, they probably have you reaching for a decongestant like Dayquil or Sudafed. But an FDA advisory panel says the active ingredient in most of those medications doesn't work. Most decongestants originally relied on pseudoephedrine, but that can be processed into meth. So pharmacies are legally required to keep it behind the counter and track your purchases. Well, decongestants that you might usually see on the shelf usually have phenylephrine or PE instead. But the FDA says taking PE in a pill won't help your stuffy nose at all. Doctors say you might want to take a look at an antihistamine instead.
Some examples, are like Allegra, Claritin, Zyrtec, all of those, last for 24 hours. They actually help treat the symptoms, whereas phenylephrine did not.
Now, the FDA advisors did not consider nasal sprays that rely on phenylephrine, so those are likely to remain on the market. The FDA will have the final say on whether the decongestant pills should be taken off store shelves. Meanwhile, the CDC says the latest COVID-19 vaccine update will be available this week, and those shots are recommended, which means they'll be covered by insurance. COVID hospitalizations rose almost 9% this week compared to the week before, but they are still lower than last winter's peak. Now, while they're not tracking daily numbers anymore, health officials say they are seeing more COVID-19 in wastewater, which is a sign that the virus is starting to tick upwards once again. Now, if you don't have insurance, you can still qualify for a free vaccine.
The government has put forth a program called the Bridge program. And what that means is anyone who is uninsured or underinsured can get the vaccine for free with participating providers.
So you can find the information and the providers at vaccines.gov. If you don't have insurance, you can also check out the Washington State Adult Vaccine Program, which is run through the State Department of Health.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, it's been a beautiful summer day today with mild temperatures, but we are tracking some breezy and gusty winds in the Yakima, Kittitas Valley, particularly in those mountain gap areas. And unfortunately, where some of those fires are burning tonight, we'll continue to see those gusty winds as well through the Columbia River Gorge, much lighter winds through the rest of the region. Futurecast again shows those winds starting to calm overnight, which is good news for the firefighters and everyone overall in the region. And then looking pretty good tomorrow afternoon. Those winds remain light as we get into our Friday morning. A little bit breezy in the Columbia Basin, but overall winds are looking good. So we have to get through another breezy evening tonight in the Yakima Kittitas Valley. Right now, Dust Devil Skycam, 83 degrees. It's gorgeous outside. Our winds are at 5 miles an hour and our sunset tonight at 7:12. Remember, we're losing 2 minutes of daylight each and every day heading towards fall. Satellite and radar, again, that ridge of high pressure, the happy button, that's sunshine and warm temperatures. A little bit of cloudiness over at the Olympic Peninsula, but overall nice and clear skies all through the region. We'll continue to see that for several days. Soak it in because things are going to slightly start to change as we get into next week, where we could have some showers coming our way late Sunday or early Monday. Temperature trend again tonight. We're dropping down into the 50s by 6 a.m. down to 51. Then a nice gradual warm up with a little bit warmer temperatures tomorrow. And as you can see, those clouds moving out. We'll have nice sunny skies moving through Yakima. Tri-Cities again staying in the 60s for most of the night, dropping down to 52 around 6 a.m. and then gradually climbing up to the mid-80s. So just slightly warmer tomorrow than we were today. Temperatures around the region tonight, very pleasant. Again, good sleeping temperatures. A little chilly in Cle Elum at 44. 51 tonight, Yakima, 48 in Sunnyside. Clear and cool as well in the Columbia Basin with temperatures in the 40s and 50s. 52 Tri-Cities, 50 tonight in Prosser. And looking towards the Blue Mountains, Walla Walla at 52, a cool 49 in Pendleton and a 54 in Milton Freewater. Let's take a look at tomorrow's daytime highs. Again, mid-80s today, climbing up closer to that 90-degree mark in the Tri-Cities, 84 Yakima, 83 Ellensburg, and we'll see those mid-80s as well in the foothills of the Blues. Planning your day for tomorrow, again, look at those great temperatures. Again, as we head towards the evening, temperatures drop into the 70s. Lovely evening. Walla Walla, beautiful conditions, clear skies, temperatures in the 50s all the way up to the 80s, dropping back down after dark, and a nice day as well in Yakima. So good overall to get outside and enjoy that sunshine. Now, this photo came in from David James. He said the name of the butterfly here, but this butterfly starts out in Yakima, goes to the mountains, and then when it returns to Yakima, that's a good sign of fall. Remember, you can send your weather photos to slee@applevalleyNewsNow.com. Here's your short-term forecast moving into the weekend. Again, that temperature warming up. We'll see those 90s in the Yakima Valley, 91 by Saturday in the Tri-Cities with lots of sunshine, and short-term forecast moving into Walla Walla, 80s up to 90 on Saturday. So it's going to be lovely. It is the final weekend of summer coming up, and I'll get your 7-day planning forecast here in just a minute. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. And up next on Apple Valley News Now at 5, it is a dream opportunity for young dancers in Yakima. They're getting the chance to learn from top performers from all over the world. We're talking about that next.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. Plus, receive $1,000 off your new siding project for new construction as well as remodels. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Is your home in need of a remodel? Then transform your living space with help from Costless Carpet.
Have you heard about Costless Carpet's new Rhino SPC? It's changing the flooring industry. Durable, waterproof, with amazing looks that are blowing our customers away. Rhino SPC has 20 and 30 mil wear layers, making it more durable and easy to install. Costless Carpet stocks over 25 different visuals and has wide planked woods and 12 by 24 tile designs too. To find your nearest store, visit costlesscarpet.com.
From the mountains to the valleys, the blacktop sea where the tide rolls in. Tearing up the roof now, California rally. Ripping through the streets till the pavement in State Bronco.
Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
Bronco.
Prosser Memorial Health has received a 5-star rating from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Prosser Memorial Health is one of just 483 hospitals nationwide to receive their highest rating, and the only critical access hospital in the state of Washington. For more than 75 years, Prosser Memorial Health has provided high-quality and compassionate care to our communities served. It's our privilege, and we look forward to bringing you a new hospital in 2025. This is how we care.
Tonight, the House Speaker's push for an impeachment inquiry for President Biden, plus the search for survivors in Morocco and Libya as death tolls rise. More Americans turn to the most watched newscast on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Well, it is a beloved holiday tradition. The Nutcracker is coming to Yakima, but ahead of the performance, the Nutcracker Magical Christmas Ballet is partnering with a local dance studio to get little dancers to join them. So today, dozens of kids from different dance studios came to the Seasons Performance Hall to audition. They each went home with their own role. They'll be learning all of their dances over the next few days, rehearsing for the next few weeks. And at the end of that, they will be on stage performing alongside professional ballet dancers from all over the world.
Some really good experience, a good feeling, and maybe they will choose to be a dancer in the future.
Now, Yakima is one of 86 cities where the Nutcracker Magical Christmas Ballet is stopping in. The performance is coming up November 20th at the Capitol Theater. Now it's still feeling a lot like summer out there, and it's going to feel more like it this weekend. We'll have a final look at your forecast when we come back. And still ahead on World News Tonight, a convicted murderer on the run in Pennsylvania for 2 weeks after a prison break is back in custody. But now the question is, will he stay there? That's coming up at 5:30.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
Now is the time for a new bath from Bathfitter. Every Bathfitter bath is installed quickly, safely, and beautifully with a lifetime warranty. Go from old to new, from worn to wow. The beautiful bath you've always wanted, done right, installed by one expert technician, all in one day. We've been creating moments like these for 35 years, and we're here to help you get started. Book your free virtual or in-home design consultation today.
Stan, where's Alice? She's supposed to stay with us.
Oh, shoot, where could she?
Hey everybody, I'm Alice. I'm new here. The new zipline ride looks so fun. You go back and forth. Awesome.
And we've lost control of the Alice situation.
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride. And it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
I mean, she's a natural spokosaur who isn't tempted to eat anyone. You know, because she's an herbivore.
You can start your day wanting an all-natural pregnancy and end it wanting an epidural. It's called being human. A human who takes care of their eyes, then stares at their phone, who embraces self-care and believes beauty is worth some pain. So go ahead and do your 10-step skincare routine and make the 11th sun. Teach your kids that aging is beautiful while trying to prevent it. With traditional medicine and alternative remedies, there's no wrong way to treat life at Rite Aid. And now get your flu shot with easy scheduling, fast appointments, plus walk-ins available daily.
Are your closets overflowing? Is your garage filled with things you no longer need? When you donate to Goodwill, you're not just clearing space in your home, you're creating opportunities for those in need. By donating or shopping at Goodwill, you actively contribute to local employment opportunities and help individuals find work within your community. So donate your gently used items to Goodwill, and together we can transform lives and build a brighter future. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Check this out. A high school soccer match in North Dakota was disrupted last night when fans rushed the field. Furry fans, that is. The two dogs ran out onto the pitch and they disrupted play for about a minute. Local news reports say they received a yellow card for being adorable. No word on where they came from, but they did. Eventually, they just moved right along. But, they saw Air Bud and they were auditioning.
That's right. He flipped over, pat my belly, and then kicked the ball.
Much more important.
There you go. Well, great news weather-wise. It has been beautiful. I tell you, if you drive a convertible, this is your week. I'm telling you, it's not too hot, not too cold. Now, we do warm up for the weekend to those summer-like conditions on Saturday and Sunday. We're going to start to see clouds moving in Sunday with a slight chance of some showers developing, and those temperatures drop right on down into the 70s. Will actually be below the average as we get into the middle part. The last few days of summer, we've got autumn equinox coming up on Friday. Here's what it looks like in the Tri-Cities. Again, temperatures in the 90s, summer conditions, sunshine, clouds moving in, and a big cool down by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. In Walla Walla, again, lovely weather. There's that slight chance of showers, mainly towards the mountains, but we could see a few sprinkles come across our region. So enjoy the final weekend of summer.
All right, it'll feel like it for certain.
That's for sure.
Thanks, Stacey, and thank you so much for for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We're back tonight at 6. And of course, you can find the latest anytime on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.